in my life. But it really is a very special day for Harlow. In fact, it has been a very special few weeks for our town, possibly the biggest things that have happened in our town for many, many years. I'm sure Tony would be here. And it's been a collaboration of business, it's been a collaboration of Harlow Council who have been superb. Everyone has worked together, it's had support from the government. Without that, this multi-million-pound enterprise zone would never have happened. But the people who make this are the companies that are here. And to have a multi-million-pound investment from Raytheon with hundreds of new jobs for local residents is extraordinary. To have Arrow Electronics investing heavily in here is enormous, and to have the MedTech campus as well in the enterprise zone. We are going to be, I genuinely believe, possibly the best enterprise zone in the country once everything is up and running. And Essex Council, Harlow Council, the businesses, the community, myself as MP, everybody has worked hard to make this dream possible. Now, I said at the beginning of my speech that this is an important few weeks for Harlow because it's part of not a virtuous circle, a virtuous triangle. Because last week we had the announcement of the £350 million enterprise zone at GSK, which has taken over 5 years of work from the council, from myself and from many others to try and make it happen. And it was a very difficult battle, and that is going to transform our town. It will make us a scientific place of excellence in the world, and that is without exaggeration, because there's only one other place in the world that does public health in the way that Public Health England do, and that is in Atlanta in the United States. So it's a very, very important milestone. It will bring thousands of people here. It will offer thousands of people jobs. The second part of the triangle is the enterprise zone. The enterprise zone is about business, it's about technology, and it will act as a magnet for business, for high-tech business from all over the United Kingdom. And as I say, the fact that we have companies like Raytheon and Arrow is a huge vote of confidence, not just in the enterprise zone, but in a vote of confidence in Harlow as a place to do business. Now, none of this would have happened without Goldacre, and we owe them a huge amount. I remember that they were in my office for a few years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and the bureaucracy, the red tape, the covenants to untangle the ownership of this site and to get things moving was very, very difficult. And at one time we were doing very badly as an enterprise zone, and at one time I thought, is this ever going to get off the ground? And Goldacre have supported us all the way through, and again, without them none of this would have happened, because you've been patient, you've been supportive, and you've made this possible. And I'm very sorry that Leon, I know he's away in Israel, isn't here today. The third part of the triangle is, I believe, the University Technical School. When the Chancellor made the announcement last week about the Public Health England, the first thing a lot of the journalists said to me was, in fact the Harlow Star and your Harlow asked me this question, I know they're here today, was, will it actually provide jobs for Harlow residents? And my answer was yes, and the reason for that is because, not just because of the improvement of our secondary school, but particularly the University Technical School. That is a medtech school, it's an engineering school. It is providing an unbelievable education for youngsters aged 14 to 19, and it is most probably the best UTC in the country. And there's a brilliant head teacher. And so what this virtuous triangle is, it's a conveyor belt starting off in the UTC, working closely with Harlow College, providing the skills for the enterprise zone and for the Public Health England. So we have the skills, we have the business, and we have the social aspect and the community aspect as well. So thank you very much, everyone, for what you have done. Thank you for all your support. Thank you to Harlow Council particularly, and Tony and others, and Malcolm. Essex Council, Kevin has been brilliant. Thank you to the businesses, to Goldacre, and to everyone who has made this dream possible.
Exist in reality. I think it's an honest and fair thing to say. I did indeed sit in Robert's office probably 2.5 years ago now, and there were some things that were perceived at the time as possibly insurmountable. To be standing here today, I think is a testament to the partnerships with the council, central government and the businesses. Everyone's kept the faith in what we've been trying to do here, and as it stands in front of us, it's all paying off. I think the other thing that strikes me about this, and again, maybe I'm going a little bit too attached to a project, but maybe sentimental in my old age, is that actually the history that we're standing on, and the future that this site deserves, in terms of the recognition of the fundamental discoveries that were made here at STC Lab on the Nortel site. And it's almost fitting and important that innovation and that centrality to the local economy, but also to the UK's position as a centre of innovation gets continued on, which is very much why we chose the name we did in terms of KO, because it really symbolises an unsung hero of the digital age that we live in. You know, I'm always banging on about the fact that everybody's heard of Sir Tim Berners-Lee. Well, I intend to put Sir Charles KO on the map alongside, simply because without him, our concept is brilliant, but it's all in the delivery. Without him, there would be no delivery. So, you know, I see a bright future now for the site with Raytheon Arrow and others starting to come on stream. And I think, you know, hope to be standing here next year, opening brand new buildings and data centres, which will really start to drive this life sciences and technology corridor that we're on, with Harlow at its heart.
Like Arrow, we've been in Harlow for many years, over 50 years here in Harlow, and had many technological advances whilst we've been here, and developed some great products. So it's really pleasing for me to be able to stand here and say we're committed to another 15 years at least here in Harlow. I actually see it farther than that, but you know, we're looking at another 15 years and an investment of around 25 million to create what will be the UK Technical Centre for Raytheon here in Harlow. And I think, just picking up on some of Robert's comments, we're already investing in the STEM pipeline. We're working with the UTC, a great capability that's been created here in Harlow to develop the curriculum for that. We've been doing some work in the schools. We've been piloting our quadcopter challenge to try and encourage more people into this industry at a very early stage. And all of that is because we want to create a long-term capability that we can staff the new offices that we've got. So we'll initially move in with about 380 people. We've got expansion up to around 500. As Bill keeps telling me, Bill Jameson, who's the site lead, we've got lots of open recs and we're trying to recruit at the moment. Incidentally, I met our recent graduate intake earlier today, and one of the graduates is from Harlow originally, went away to university, and he's come back to join Raytheon. So it's great to see that full circle going round there. So I see this as a bright future. The facility that we're going to create will give us the environment to attract and retain the best talent in the industry. I think it's going to be a super environment that we're going to create. It gives us the flexibility that we need to be able to adjust it to be able to do business in the future. And I'm really excited. And like David, we were talking about this a few years ago, and you know, it's great to be here today and see the changes that's going on. And I'd just like to thank everybody that's been involved in this, that's enabling us to realise the plan that we've been looking forward to achieve. So thank you to everybody involved.
Say thank you to everybody for coming along today. This really is a very exciting day for us within the Enterprise Zone, as it marks the next step in our journey. To have two global players signing up to join us in the Enterprise Zone, such as Arrow and Raytheon, is a tremendous boost, and I'm looking forward to working with them in the future as our partners. So today you see a very exciting opening of a road and the first driver on that road, and it's a physical manifestation of the way things are moving forward. And you think back just a short period of time when we were looking at the site and wondering how this would emerge, you see the tangible proof of where we are. And the KO Park element is the first phase of a really exciting development. The next phase, of course, is to move into developing our science park on the London Road North site. And as we speak, the procurement process for a developer with Harlow Council is moving forward. We hope that process will be finished by the end of the year with a view to construction in 2016. Now, with that, of course, comes another new road, Rob. You'll come back and open that one for us, linking the 414 to the science park, and again, that should be developed in the next year. I think this is a great example, and it really is something that I'm very excited about how the public sector and the private sector can pull together to generate a product that's going to be of such quality to benefit Harlow that it will dovetail perfectly with the announcements relating to Public Health England. And I can only echo what Rob said about the vision they have there. I remember showing their chairman the Health Protection Agency at the time. The first time he saw the building, his vision for creating a CDC operation like the US operation in the UK was overwhelming, and it looks as though we're on a path to doing it. All of these innovations, all of this investment will lead to great opportunity for people at Harlow, for the young of Harlow, to develop the training, the skills and the opportunity that we're so looking forward to. So with that, I guess it's enough of me talking. Thank you very much to Rob, thank you very much to our guests.
Okay, Tony, great news today, isn't it? But what can you just define what it means to the people of Harlow?
Well, certainly for a number of years we've been trying to attract big companies to bring new opportunities, new experiences and new employment into the town, so that therefore when there was an opportunity to create an enterprise zone, this is where Harlow Council went and took the lead on this particular issue, brought people together, and as you can see today, we've had the first announcement of the two major players who are now moving onto this site. And this is not only about existing companies that are here, but they're creating new jobs and new opportunities and new wealth for the town. And the enterprise zone on its own isn't sufficient. We need the infrastructure, we need the support services to enable that. So it's all good news for the whole of the town. So this is a positive day for us.